the Pirates Rookie of the Year, joining us on the program. What did you learn from your rookie year, or what do you wish that you had known in your rookie year, or when you were in the in college minor leagues coming up to the Pirates?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I learned from getting to the big leagues is that the game is a lot more similar than I thought in terms of the baseball, play. Everything that's added on makes it a lot harder. So traveling cross country, we had a couple cross country flights last year. Our travel within the division's pretty good. Hour long or less than an hour long flights for the most part within our division. But still, I mean, you got the media in the locker room every day. Um, the food is different. It's better, but there's more of it, so it's easy to overindulge. Just a lot of little stuff like that makes it just makes it different and probably makes it a little bit harder.
What's the strangest thing you've thought of while you were on the mound?
Oh man, probably like doing math problems or something like that. I don't know if you've ever seen. I think it was Major League or Major League Two. The catcher is learning to get over the yips, and he like memorizes a Playboy magazine or something like that. And I do that with math problems rather than Playboy magazines.
But how does that help you?
I mean, because it's very easy to like focus too hard and try to execute a pitch, too much, and then you just completely sail it or like pull a slider or sail a heater or something like that. So like having your mind not, you know, solely focused on that pitch, like a little bit of distraction is sometimes a good thing.
Give me the guy that you keep an eye on in the on deck circle that you know he's coming to the plate.
Um, it's probably one per team. Usually it's like the three hitter or something like that. Maybe it's two a team. It's because we kind of like bucket hitters a little bit, to where we can pitch them similarly to get them out. But there's always like one guy in the lineup that's like, hey, this guy doesn't beat us. So, um, I mean, it's the Juan Soto's, the Ellie De La Cruz, Cody Bellinger, those types of guys. I mean, they're coming up.
What do you do when you disagree with your catcher?
Just shake. I wear a pitch comm too, and I'll punch it in sometimes. Um, but yeah, just shake. There are no hard feelings there.
But you have final say.
Yeah, I mean, if I my experience is generally if I throw a pitch that I don't wholly believe in, it doesn't end well. So I have to throw pitches that I believe in out there with full conviction, and then it generally ends pretty well.
But when you give up a big hit or a home run in college, it's one thing. But when you have thousands and thousands of people and you know it's going to end up on Sports Center, like how do you process that differently, if you can, than when you were in college and you gave up a home run?
Yeah, honestly, and I think this is probably more of a change for me, but I think I took it harder or took it more personally when I was in college than I do now. And I think there are probably a couple reasons for that. I think I've matured, grown up a little bit, but also we get to do it more often now. In college, it's like the SEC is the biggest thing in the world, and nothing else matters. Like that's what they feed you, right? So when I give up a home run at Ole Miss and the beer's flying everywhere, like it feels like the end of the world a little bit more than it does now when I give up a home run in Dodger Stadium or something like that. It's just, and I think part of that's because it's so routine now, but I think a lot of it's because I have just like grown up too.
We're talking to Paul Skenes, and he's one of three MLB The Show 25 cover athletes. You got Gunnar Henderson and Ellie De La Cruz. Tell us about the honor. How did you find out?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when I found out, because it was something that I think we were in the talks for I don't know, probably last summer, last September, around there. Kind of blends together when we're in season, but It was cool when found out that it's, no kidding happening. Um, I mean, definitely some satisfaction there. It's pretty cool. I've, grown up, seeing, the cover athletes of the show and seeing the game. It's been a huge part of a lot of people's childhood, I think, as like the game that they want to play when they get to play video games. So, um,
What
cool.
else are you a gamer of?
I'm not really a gamer at all.
Really? Okay.
So yeah, the only time I would play the show, because I never had a PlayStation or Xbox or anything, and the only time I would play the show is when I like went to, my buddy's house or something like that, and they had it. But I've always been terrible at it, and if I'm the kind of person, like, if I'm not good at something, I just won't. I'll just stop doing it. Yeah, I'm the take my ball and go home type of guy.
How territorial are you when it comes to the SEC, whether it's football, 14 schools are in the NCAA tournament, the baseball with the SEC? Are you annoying to be around when it's conversations about the SEC?
No, because I'm a baseball guy first. Football, I could kind of care less about. Um, I mean, I'm a true believer that, because I'm an SEC guy, but I'm a Mountain West guy too, and I'm a true believer that the Mountain West just breeds winners. So I'm probably more territorial about the Mountain West, because it's not people don't know about the Mountain West, but that's where champions are made. I believe that.
Okay, but you're in Pittsburgh. They love their football there. Do you go to
Yeah,
game? Do you care about? Do you go to games?
yeah, but I mean, because I look at college baseball and pro baseball as two different sports. I never played football. I don't understand what's going on out there. I know that you're supposed to move the ball down the field, but I view college football and pro football as two different sports too. So, I've gone to a Steelers game. It was really cool. I want to go back. I'm a Steelers fan. Now I bleed black and gold. But yeah, I don't. It, they're fun. The games are fun to go to.
Are you going to be okay with the automatic strike zone?
Yeah, hey, it's not in there this year, so I'm happy with that. I haven't challenged anything this spring. Um, it's not going to be in there this year. When it comes, it comes. I like the human aspect of the game, because I think that, there are games where the umpire zone is big and there are games where the umpire zone is small. Obviously, catchers, you bring in the automatic strike zone, then it completely devalues framing, which, effectively eliminates the catching position. So, um, I have mixed feelings toward it. I do like the human aspect of the game, but there's definitely something to be said about, being objective with the strike zone.
Yeah, but when you're at the plate and all of a sudden there's a star pitcher and he gets a call, you're okay with that, and it's not a strike, but because of who he is, Justin Verlander is going to get that call.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer it that way. I don't have to hit anymore.
Do you want to hit?
Uh, no, maybe BP occasionally, but I I don't want to face Justin Verlander. I don't want to face any of these other guys. They're too good.
If you were building the perfect pitcher, so you gave me fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. Who's you're
Um,
using your fastball?
yeah. Um, I'd like to think all four of those are, mine, but that's just not the case. Um,
I'm glad you think
I
that way.
yeah. I mean, because you can't use my fastball with, like, because I would say like my fastball and Clayton Kershaw's curveball or something like that, but like we're the exact opposite pitchers basically. Um, I'd like to think my fastball, Kershaw's curveball for sure, just a straight up and down curveball. Um, Changeup, Scooble, those are two lefties. Slider, man, there's so many good ones. Um, I think a nice, like, for me, like a downer slider, like a DeGrom, like a shorter downer slider, because that's something I don't have. But there's, I mean, Strider's slider. There's so many ways, so many different ways to have a good slider, though. So specifically a slider. Um,
But isn't it
yeah, but
amazing that these guys can hit this stuff? I mean, they
it
talk about
really
hitting
is.
a baseball is the hardest thing to do, and there are guys that are hitting 100 miles an hour, and it's like, so what?
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I'll let them do it. That's why I'm not going to try to get back in the box.
Congratulations, opening day. Congratulations on MLB The Show. That's the cover with Ellie Dela Cruz, Gunnar Henderson, and this is honoring the 20th anniversary of that. Great to talk to you again, Paul. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no, really appreciate it.